little signature fundraiser that I'll have Angel talk about in just a minute. But what we try to do as a new statewide organization is look for the movers and shakers and those influential women changing the fabric of their communities through work that we already do. And Alka's doing that here in Huntsville. So she was nominated by several folks in our networks from Huntsville, from Birmingham, and we thought, okay, we need to know this woman. And Elizabeth sat down, had coffee, and came back and she was like, if we don't have anybody but her, we're gonna be great. So I'll just stop there and say we could not be more honored that Alka accepted to be a change maker on our behalf, to carry our platform, but also I hope she uses our platform as a way to just, you know, expound on all the great work that you do. And we are just so honored that you said yes. So I will stop here.
So first of all, I'm incredibly humbled with this honor. I appreciate it. And the word changemaker does resonate with me. Honestly, it does resonate with me. I also first and foremost want to thank the generous Mark and Leslie for opening this place, this beautiful location, for all of us to get together. So I appreciate that. And I appreciate each and every one of you for showing up today and, you know, Tuesday evening. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really do. So when we were talking about this gathering, I really planned to speak very briefly, but Elizabeth said, kind of talk about the word change maker. And I said, yeah, I mean, I hadn't thought of myself as that, but when somebody asks you to ponder on something, then, you know, things start clicking in place. And I was just talking to I think Macy outside, or Elizabeth, and I was saying, I've been a leader without followers many a time. You know, I was recalling that when I was in college, there was some injustice going on, and I was like, everybody was riled up, and they got me riled up, and I'm like, I'm gonna go deal with this. And so I go up there to talk about the issue, and when I look back, there's nobody else there. So seriously, I appreciate each and every one of you for following, because what's the point in leading something, right? So when they call me a change maker, each and every one of you is a change maker. Each and every one of you is a part of that greater purpose that we are trying to make happen in Huntsville, Alabama, and in other cities in Alabama. So I appreciate you, and you are a change maker. I just happen to be, you know, the honoree this year. So again, further thinking about this whole thing, what does change maker involve? What does it involve? And I was telling Raj today that sometimes I think of myself as this dog who gets the bone and won't let it go. It's somewhat like that. It's somewhat like that. It's also like soldiers that march. Many of you have military backgrounds, and those route marches, those long route marches where you're putting one foot in front of the other. Well, a lot of days exactly that, putting one foot in front of the other and hoping you get to that goal that you are striving for. And I was in Decatur in July, where we had a small fundraiser, and one of our kids spoke, Mighty Mighty. I call her Mighty Mighty because she's even shorter than me, if you can imagine, but she's pretty mighty. And she was talking about, she's a first generation immigrant from Mexico, and she was talking about how this program has truly, the Om Foundation's Pathway to Success program has truly transformed her life and the life of her family, because she takes back whatever she learns and goes and talks about it, and of her future generations. And so really that change is just not right here, it's way further. We are creating change makers in succession, right? So that is the beauty of the program. But at the same time, you know, the kids who come to us are so under-resourced and so much trauma in the backgrounds that just the program, and even with giving them psych help, mental health help, giving them this mentor who is so devoted to them, with all those things happening, there is a culture there's existing in surviving in. And it's very hard to take all the information and break things, break ingrained behaviors and ingrained reactions and get beyond it. It's not easy. And I was thinking of, I don't know if you guys remember the fable of King Bruce and how that spider would keep trying to get up somewhere and then would keep falling, but ultimately made it to the top. You know, it's an old story. I remember it from 5th grade. And I was thinking, that's kind of how it is, this change-making business. That's kind of how it is. Every day it's a few steps forward and then maybe not today all the way, maybe another day. So I'm right now dealing with just that kid. I've been making phone calls even while I've been here. This kid went through a program, got a robotics manufacturing certificate, has mental health issues where she gets anxiety and she may be in a job and then suddenly she's quit it. And then there's just issues, and we've done all that we can to support her, but circumstances keep happening. So for instance, she's in a job, good job, and then her car breaks down, the transmission is gone. For you and me, it may not be a big deal to go replace a transmission, but for this child, she does have some savings, she does have some checking account money, but that's like insurmountable. So again, you all are the change makers. I had to just put out a GoFundMe on Facebook, and people have already shared it, there's money coming in. I just feel overwhelmed with the support. So thank you to all you change makers. That's all.